Funny feeders. Many frogs have long tongues. They can shoot them out extremely quickly to catch their food, usually an insect. Then they bring their tongue and the insect back into their mouth. Vultures don't kill animals. They circle around waiting for an animal to die or be killed. Then they swoop down to feed. Many insects eat plants, but Venus flytraps are plants that attack insects. They trap the insect in their leaves, which close together until the insect dies. Some plants live off other plants. They feed off the other plant without killing it. We call these parasites. Mistletoe, which grows in the branches of trees, is one of these. Mosquitoes and some other small creatures, like fleas, are also parasites. They live on other animals, including people sometimes, by making tiny holes through the skin and sucking blood. I've got some interesting pictures there. The small one at the top is of some vultures waiting for some dead meat to eat. We've got the Venus flytrap with a fly about to be trapped, and down at the bottom right we've got the frog with its tongue extended, ready to catch an insect. So let's have a look at the questions. The Do You Remember section says, copy these sentences, fill each gap. So on your paper, you'll have the numbers 1 to 5, and you'll have every sentence copied with the gaps filled in. Number 1 says, some frogs have long something. 2, vultures wait for animals to something. 3, Venus flytraps catch something in their leaves. 4, mistletoe grows in something. 5, mosquitoes and fleas are both called something. And you'll find all of the answers to these in the text. You just need to have a look carefully and find them and copy them down. Now remember, it's not a sentence unless you put a full stop. So once you've written your answer, don't forget that full stop at the end. Let's move on to the more to think about section, the purple one. This one says, write a sentence to answer each question. So each of these answers is also going to be a sentence, but it's going to be your words and the way you choose to word it. So 1 says, why are vultures good for the environment? So there isn't really an answer to this in the text, so you need to think about what vultures do, where they get their food from, and how that might help the environment. Number 2, why would it be bad for the parasite if it killed the plant or animal it lives on? Again, this one takes a little bit of thinking. Think about what the consequences would be for the parasite if it killed the thing that it lived on. Number 3, why do you think mistletoe is becoming a rare plant in many places? And number 4, if you squash a mosquito, it sometimes leaves a red mark. Why? So think carefully about what the text says about mosquitoes, and then think about why there might be a red mark if you were to squash one. And on to the final set of questions. The now try these. Number 1 says, imagine that you are a creature that has just arrived from outer space, which is a long way of saying an alien. So imagine you are an alien. You've never seen humans before. Write a report about how these strange human creatures feed. So you need to pretend you are an alien, you've come all the way to Earth, and you want to write a report for your alien friends back on your planet about how humans feed. So think carefully about the different places we get our food from, how we prepare it, and how we feed. And the final question, now try these number 2. Imagine that you are either a frog or a vulture. Write about how you feel as you watch and wait for your food. So the text have told us how frogs and vultures get their food. So your job is to put yourself in the mind of one of these animals, and you need to think really carefully about how you will be feeling while you are waiting for your food. If you have any questions, send me a message on Dojo.